What up, guys? Welcome to episode 5 of the Road to 600 Deadlift series. Today is my favorite training day, and it actually has nothing to do with deadlifts. It's a nice little break in the middle of the week. I don't know why I'm talking like this. It sounds like I'm about to rap, but I'm not. So this program is a deadlift-focused power building program. So most of the program is focused on lower body volume and training, right, to get my legs and my back stronger, so I can have a stronger deadlift, and that's the work part. But the fun part is the power builder part, which is today, because I get to hit shoulders and arms. And although in none of the powerlifting meets do you ever compete with the overhead press, but having a strong overhead press is something that I really respect in others, and it's something that I want to get in myself. So I always start off with overhead, smash the shoulders, smash the biceps, smash the triceps, and look hella pumped just in time for a post-gym picture. Before I train, I always got to get prepared, and to get properly prepared, I always start with my pre-workout stack. So that's Barbell Brigade pre-workout. Got 350 milligrams of caffeine, and usually when I'm doing upper body, like something light like this, I probably only take half a scoop, because I don't need the full scoop. Like, it's designed for like your heavy, full lower body days. That's why there's 350. But because I'm trying to get after it every single day, like, yes, I want my deadlift to, be really good, but I also want my upper body to treat with that kind of intensity, I take the full scoop every single time. Strength stack in Jamaica Punch, one of my favorite flavors. It tastes like straight up just juice. Like, I could drink this anytime. Oh, by the way, we just got word from our manufacturers, because I know a lot of people have been asking, like, yo, we're gonna restock the strength stack. I love it. It's my favorite creatine. Mine too. This is coming in probably January if we're lucky. February for sure, but January if we're lucky. So stay tuned for that, and I wouldn't wait around, because there is a worldwide creatine shortage, which took a while for us to get ours in. So when it comes out, I would grab a couple. Like, every time they come out, honestly, like, I could get some for free, but it's just easier to just buy it at the gym. So I buy it myself, and I'll just buy like 6 of them just because I know how fast they go. Then the performance greens, get my 6 superfoods in, not to mention dynamine. Dynamine is like one of our key, like, I would say, flagship ingredients in here, because it's a, what is it called? Like a non-stimulant type of ingredient that helps you get focused still. So when you pair dynamine with caffeine, woo, the focus is like really good, and that's like the mindset and zone that I want to be in. It's also a nootropic, meaning it helps uplift your mood, so you just feel good, you feel focused, and then you get after it. In between sets, I take the immunity support. Looks like this. Don't know why it's out of focus when I bring it in, but I shake it up, put some more water in here. So now I got my electrolytes, my vitamin C to replenish my CNS, ready to rock and roll, stay hydrated, stay juicy, bam. So for my warm-ups, I was gonna do my usual 5 minutes on the True Runner, but as you can see, it is an extremely beautiful day today. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna just take my time. I'm gonna warm up for like good 10 minutes outside, enjoy the sun, move around in different planes of motion. Because when you're on a True Runner, you're just either going forwards or backwards. I go side to side, move around, and get those juices flowing. If you've been following this series, then you know that this program is free online. It's an 8-week deadlift-focused power building program. All you have to do is go to barbellbrigade.com. You can download it for free, so you can end the year with a bang with me. Today is shoulder and arms day, and it's week 5. I wrote that down there just so I know the trajectory that I want to get to. I don't know what the hell that is. Is that a booger? Oh, Jesus, get out of here. Oh, gosh. So today's goal is to hit 180 for 5 on the overhead press, which is a lot. Last week I hit 175 for 5, felt pretty good. So what do I got? I got overhead press. Oh yeah, one thing I added in the middle just a little bit for a little bit more volume is dumbbell press. Then I do my seated side raises, barbell curls, which is heavy. As you can see, I go up to 115, 120. Might try to hit 125 today. Then cross body tricep extensions, concentration curls. Here's a little bit closer so that you guys can see what the hell is going on. And yeah, I like to print my stuff out so that I can take notes and all that. But yeah, this is free. So go to barbellbrigade.com, check it out. So 135 actually felt really, really good. And I need to resist with every cell in my body to not do 185. Because the program called for 180. And we all know how stupid that looks, right? A plate, a 10, and a 2.5. I think all of us got a little bit of bro in us and we want to just go boom, 185, plate in a quarter, put that on Instagram. But I gotta be smart. What's the long-term goal? So, because I am more of a mature lifter, made a lot of dumb mistakes in the past, I'm gonna keep it calm. And who knows, you know, sometimes you might feel good and you might not even hit 180. Then I put 185 on, I really fry myself. So, I'm gonna be smart, intelligent, 180. See, what did I tell y'all? Maturity pays off. That was a perfect 180 by 5, full reps down to my clavicle, full lockout, no belt, and probably hit a RPE 9.5. And for me, that's good because my shoulders recover fast. So that puts me at the right trajectory to hit a big overhead press next week. Hope I can hit 185 or 5, weighing only 190. That to me might even be a PR. This might even actually be a PR because I haven't really like chipped it before, you know, where I'm only hitting like 2.5s and stuff. So I always take these big ass jumps. So I always have like these jumps that are like boom, PR, boom, PR. But then I never give my chance to hit all the baby PRs that lead to the big PRs, which is what all the pros do. So I'm so happy that I was able to keep my ego in check, hit a good number today. And now look, early on in the workout, I still feel good. Feel hella motivated to keep training, and now it's just all fun. Now I got back off set, 155 for 2 sets of 5. Should be easy peasy, lemon squeeze. The next exercise is a seated dumbbell press, supersetted with side raises. And when you do these guys in the higher rep range, your shoulders get freaking pumped. And since we already went heavy on the standing overhead press, on this exercise, I'm not trying to go heavy. You already got the intensity out of the way. Now I'm trying to get the volume and the pump going. So I'm trying to do high quality reps, really focus on squeezing the muscle, focusing more on the muscle more than the movement, and getting higher reps in, like 10, 12s, 15s. And what was cool is right when I was done with the standing overhead press, someone came up to me and he was like, hey, you know what? I noticed I'm way weaker on the standing overhead press when it comes to like a seated press. I'm pretty strong on the seated press, even with the barbell or dumbbell, but on the standing, I'm not that strong. I'm like, dude, it's funny that you say that because that's the exact reason when I started prioritizing standing overhead press. So I got into lifting at an old school bodybuilding gym, like super old school. So every single exercise that we did was like super strapped in and controlled. Like imagine, you know, like those old school hammer strength machine, like lat rows, like everyone would get in the best, like mechanically advantageous position. They used to come with seat belts. You would strap your legs in so you don't move and you're only hammering that one muscle. And that was like the mentality, you know, like lock your entire body in and focus on only just that muscle. So I got really, really strong on the seated overhead press. I think I hit 225 for 8 seated at one point, On the 110 dumbbells, I think I probably hit it for like between 8 and 10. Like my shoulders were strong and I was big. And I remember going to boot camp, and there's this one obstacle where almost like kind of like ninjas, where like people run up to you. The first guy, you know, you step in between his hands and you lift him up and you pass him to the other guy who's standing and presses him over the obstacle. Then he hangs over and he grabs your hand and he pulls you up. So it's kind of like a leapfrog. And for me, I was like, yo, put me in that position where I press someone up, because I was like, bro, I'm fucking strong when it comes to the shoulders. So everyone's like, all right, cool. So I was this guy. The guy lifted him up, put him on my shoulders, and I couldn't budge him. I'm like, what the fuck? And I couldn't like believe my brain. Like it almost felt like my whole life I thought I had a superpower, and I did it. And then there's another dude that played football, and he does all the like more traditional, like not power lift, but lifts that produce power, like jerks, power cleans, like that kind of stuff. Boom, we're just throwing motherfuckers over the obstacle course. And I was like, yo, like, how do you train your shoulders? And he goes, dude, I only do standing overhead press. And I'm like, bro, that's the fucking bottleneck right there. I'm so used to being strapped in that I'm like, yeah, my shoulders are strong, but what about the rest of my kinetic chain? You know, are my lats, my erectors, my lower back, my chest, my core, my hip flexors, my glutes, my quads, can all of that support me while I'm pressing as hard as I can? And the answer, unfortunately, in the most obvious way, was no, you cannot, motherfucker. You conceded overhead press 225 for 8, and you can't even press a guy that's like 170 over. So when I came back out of boot camp, like I switched all my shoulder exercises to standing, and it took me a long time to get that up. Like I immediately noticed a drastic difference. Like I was hitting 225 for 10 on a seated, and then I would go on the standing, and I was barely struggling with like 115 for like 5. I was like, oh wow, like there's this whole other thing when you have to brace your whole body, which is why like I transitioned way more into more like functional movements or more free weight movements, because I want to train for real life. But at heart, I'm a bro, like I said, so I really love bodybuilding and stuff. So now how I prioritize my training, I always go with the freest weights as possible, standing overhead press, and then after I get that crazy shoulder pump. Next up on the program, I have concentration curls. But what I found out through my shoulder injury is I've been trying to troubleshoot, like, how come on random weeks it comes back, even when I'm not benching? And how come when I do overhead press doesn't affect my shoulder at all? And sometimes when I do overhand pull-ups, it hurts. Underhand, it's okay. So I've been using pretty much like what we learned in 5th grade, the scientific method and deductive reasoning. I realized there's certain exercises that cause my shoulder to hurt. One of them being overhand pull-ups. For some reason it pulls my shoulder into a weird position. So I probably still have a little injury in there that's aggravating it. The other one is concentration curls. So even though that's one of my favorite exercises in the world, when I have that like loose, super extended shoulder position when I'm curling, I don't feel anything while I'm doing it, but the next day it aggravates it. That's also another reason why it's really good to take notes of your workouts, so you can look back at data. I can go, oh wait, I have shoulder pain every single time after I do concentration curls. Let's try it without, and then boom, it went away. So I'm actually gonna be substituting concentration curls with some Superman cable curls, which I still really like. Very similar feeling, where your bicep, where your elbow is in a more, like a higher position, so you get more of that knotty feeling, that knot feeling in your bicep. So that's why I substitute. So I still intelligently substitute exercises, you know, whereas some of them are in a very extended position or a shortened position. I still try to make sure I replace that exercise with another one that's similar to achieve the same effect. I don't just randomly go, oh, I like concentration curls, well now I'm gonna do standing supinated curls, because those two hit the bicep completely different. That's it, y'all. Finished with the workout, and like I was saying before, if you're trying to end the year with the bang, this program is free. 8-week deadlift focused power building program. You can print it out. I made specific grid on there so you can take your notes and all that. And I just want to kind of give back, you know, for all the support that you guys have been showing us all year when it comes to apparel, supplements, digital training. All of you guys that stopped by Barbell Brigade Gym when you guys are in LA, like, I'm forever ever grateful. It's such a great community that we have of the people that want to dominate humbly, you know, get better, get stronger, be better than who they were yesterday, but remain respectful and humble and pass those new insights and experiences on to the next generation of lifters and people who want to get after it. So I love building this community with you guys. Wanted to make this a little more raw. That's why we decided to go the vlog style. Let me know if you like this style. Put in the comments below if we do more vlog style stuff. What kind of things would you like to hear me touch upon more? Like more training stories, like how I mentioned how I first started in a hardcore, like, old school bodybuilding gym, or my feelings and thoughts in between sets, or how do I get my motivation up, or my supplementation regimen, recovery, what do I eat? Let me know in the comments below and we'll cover those topics and concepts in the next one. Like always, thank you guys so much and see you guys in episode 7 of Road to 600.